Multiplying and dividing fractions. The sutra here is Adyama-dyenan-tyaman-tyena, which is quite a mouthful, so I'll split it up into 4 sections. Adyam, Adyena, Antyam, Antyena. And this means the first by the first and the last by the last. So the Sanskrit word Adi means first, and Dhyena means by means of the first. So the whole sutra then is Adyama Dhyenan Tyaman Tyena. The first by the first means multiply the 2 numerators together, and the last by the last means multiply the 2 denominators together. For example, 3/4 times 1/5, we multiply 3 and 1, giving 3, and 4 and 5, giving 20. So it's 3/20. Have a little practice, and then I'll show the answers. Okay, now here are the answers to those. Simplify before multiplying using the proportionately sutra. If we were to take 3/8 times 4/5 as an example, if we were to multiply the 2 numerators and 2 denominators, we would arrive at 12 over 40. But this would then need cancelling down or simplifying into lowest terms by dividing 12 and 40 by 4, giving 3 over 10. However, it's easiest to do the cancelling down before multiplying. So if we look at the 4 and the 8, we can see a common factor of 4. So we divide 8 by 4, giving 2, and 4 by 4, giving 1. We now have a new numerator and a new denominator, and so it's 3 times 1 over 2 times 5, which is 3/10. Here's another example, 4/9 times 3/8. Here we can do a double cancelling down because 3 is a factor of 3 and 9, and 4 is a factor of 4 and 8. And now we have 1 times 1 over 3 times 2, 1/6. Well, just to explain why we can cancel any fraction, any numerator with any denominator, let's inspect this 4/9 times 3/8. If we were to multiply the 2 numerators together, it would be 4 times 3, and the 2 denominators 9 times 8. So write that as 4 times 3 over 9 times 8. But 4 times 3 is the same as 3 times 4. So we can look at it like this. And if we were to pull this fraction apart into 2 fractions, it would be 3/9 times 4/8, which on simplifying is 1/3 times 1/2, which is 1/6. That's just by way of explanation. But why should we do the cancelling down first before the multiplying? Well, let's have a look at one further example. 22/75 times 25/33. If we were to multiply the 2 numerators together and then the 2 denominators together, we would arrive at 550 over 2,475. And this would then need cancelling down. Well, I'm not going to go into cancelling down that because it's too much work. And if we look at the numbers, we can divide the 22 and 33 by 11, giving 2 and 3, and we can divide the 75 and 25 by 25, giving 3 and 1. And now we can use the 2 new numerators and 2 new denominators and arrive at 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 3 is 9, so it's 2/9. Have a practice by working through these. Remember to cancel down first before multiplying. stop the video, after which I'll show the answers. Okay, now here are the answers. You can check. Dividing fractions. Here we use the sutra Paravartya Yojayet, Paravartya Yojayet, which means transpose and adjust. If you consider dividing a number by 2, it's the same as multiplying by a half. Let's have a look at this. For example, 4/5 divided by 2, obviously, is 2/5. Now, if we take the fraction 2 over 1 and turn it upside down, making a half, 4/5 times 1/2. And on multiplying doing cancelling down and multiplying, we can cancel the 4 and the 2, giving 2 over 1. And then 2 times 1 over 5 times 1 is 2/5. So this is just to illustrate that dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by a half. So how do we divide fractions? We transpose the second fraction and adjust the division sign to a times sign, and then carry out the multiplication. For example, 1/6 divided by 1/2 becomes 1/6 times 2 over 1. So we've transposed the 1 over 2 into 2 over 1 and changed the sign from divides to times. And this, on multiplying, becomes 1/3. We can also use this to divide a whole number by a fraction. This whole number 8 is the same as 8 over 1. Transposing 1 over 3 to 3 over 1 and changing the sign to times, then we have 8 over 1 times 3 over 1, which is 24 over 1, which is the same as 24. Practice these and stop the video, after which I'll show the answers. Okay, here are the answers, and you can check your work. So this gives you an introduction to multiplying and dividing fractions.